Hey there, Leo. It's Bridget with Native Touch Tarot. Welcome or welcome back. We're jumping right into it today. So, we're starting off this week with a message from the universe. This is for the week of November 2nd. So, message from the universe, then tarot, then wrapping everything up with a soul truth card. This is the type of content you enjoy on YouTube. I'd love it if you'd hit that subscribe button. Costs you nothing. It means the world to me. Okay. If you didn't get something you really wanted at this time, if you feel stuck or feel like things are not going according to your plans, know that something bigger and better is coming. It's something filled with divine magic that couldn't come into your life if you were to receive what you are asking for now. Okay, spirit guides, come hang out with Leo and myself for this reading. Please guide my hands and my heart so that we can have a little fun. Your first card. Ooh, the devil. Let's talk. The devil and high priestess. Starting off strong. Oh my gosh, the sun. I really did shuffle. This is all major arcana energy right now. This is spectacular, Leo. Holy moly. Okay, let's see what's going on. We got some things to talk about. Devil energy. So, Leo, devil energy. This is unfortunately all of the things that are yucky about life. This could be addiction, poor mental health. This is jealousy. Think of everything you don't want to deal with: depression, ego, abuse, cheating. That unfortunately is the type of energy that is popping right out at you. But, we also have the high priestess. These two are polar opposites, okay? So if the devil is all about all the yucky stuff in life, the high priestess is all about inner knowing, spiritual insight. The high priestess is you learning to trust yourself. You are learning that your self trust and inner knowing are how you're going to get through life, right? Because you're coming to the realization that I have it in me. I can change what I need to change if I just trust myself. So if there's something going on with the devil energy in your life, if this is an addiction thing, if this is a poor mental health, if this is just a really crappy day, the high priestess is here to remind you, trust yourself. It's all going to be okay. Just please look within. Tap into that spirit that you have inside of you to find the answers you need. Spirit guides, why do we have the devil and the high priestess here for Leo? Because we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is all about abundance. The Queen is insanely down to earth. She is prosperous, nurturing. But the most amazing thing about the Queen of Pentacles is how resourceful she is. She is totally self-reliant, okay? The Queen of Pentacles, again, she's been around the block once or twice. She's incredibly trustworthy. She is warm and generous beyond belief. So if we've got the devil energy and the high priestess, the devil's the yucky stuff, the high priestess is your inner knowing and self-trust, then the Queen of Pentacles is here to make sure you are running with this energy to beat whatever demons you've got going on this week. Whatever this devil represents in your life this week, Leo, trust yourself, because the Queen of Pentacles is here to tell you you're incredibly resilient. Okay? Stay grounded. Know who you are. And you're going to push through whatever this devil represents this week. Let's move on to position 2, which is possible challenges, if any. We're starting this one off with the Sun. Obviously not a challenge. This card is all about happiness and positivity. This is optimism. This is, think of your best day ever, right? This is success. This is joy. This is happiness, enthusiasm. The exact opposite of the devil energy. So we also have judgment. And judgment is all about your awakening. Okay? This is about reaping what you sow. So whatever you put out there, Leo, it's going to start coming back tenfold for you. You're reaping what you sow. So why do we have the Sun and the Judgment card for Leo this week? Because we have the Chariot. The Chariot is all about progress. Okay? This is about self-discipline. So if the goal here is ultimate happiness, and we're reaping what we sow, then the Chariot is here to move us forward. The Chariot is here to progress this situation further and faster. Because ultimately, the Chariot also means victory and success. So if we're tapping into self-discipline to make progress with the Chariot, then yeah, you're reaping what you sow. You're going to be looking at making a decision that's going to make your life better. It's going to lead to happiness. And this decision is going to come in. Oh man, where is this energy going? So if you're making a mandatory decision that the universe needs you to make, it's going to lead to your happiness. I think the Chariot is simply success. Your self-discipline is going to be what drives your success. So that Judgment card, that awakening, that mandatory life decision that has to be made in order for you to move forward, I think the Chariot is here just to get you to make progress. I think the Chariot is here to tell you to get off your butt and get moving now. The Chariot is, those horses are rearing up. They're just waiting for you to jump in the Chariot itself. Because we need to get moving to get that awakening, to get your eyes open so that you can see the full picture. So whatever bad habit that devil is bringing to the table, try to kick it to the curb sooner rather than later. Try to overcome that with your inner knowing and trust, because judgment is coming. And that awakening that you're going through, the Chariot needs you to get moving. The Chariot is here to tell you to get moving if you want to break through and get to the happiest life you've ever had. So I think that's where the Chariot is lying in this reading. Get off the couch. Do something. Baby steps towards your goal. Because you're going to have an awakening and you're going to reap what you sow. So be ready and make sure you are planting the proper seeds for your future. Okay, moving on to position 3. 10 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. This is advice from Spirit. So the 10 of Pentacles is success. This is a card of prosperity. This is a card of laying the groundwork for future generations, okay? This is generational wealth you're building. So not only are you taking care of the current situation, but you've decided, you know what? I'm going to make sure my grandkids are taken care of. I'm going to make sure they don't have to worry the way I did. That is the 10 of Pentacles. But we also have the 2 of Swords. The 2 of Swords is telling me you need to make a decision. You need to face some fears. And I don't know why you are avoiding something right now. So let's ask Spirit what we're avoiding, why we're avoiding it. Spirit guides, why do we have the 10 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords here? What decision has to be made to get this 10 of Pentacles going for us? Page of Swords. So, what are we curious about? Page of Swords is all about inspiration, and you're being inspired to use your mind, think something through. You're also being encouraged to be honest. Okay. You're not being honest with yourself. Okay, Leo. There we go. That's why this was such a confusing. Okay. We need to go back to the beginning here because your self-doubt is driving so much of your life. Okay? That devil energy is really powerful. It's taken over aspects of your life. And Spirit is trying to get you to get back in line, to really ground yourself, realize you are resilient, you're self-reliant. You can do this with the High Priestess and the Queen of Pentacles, right? So then we move into the Sun and the Judgment, and that 10 of Pentacles along with the Page of Swords and the 2 of Swords. Yep. You need to face your fears. There is something that you're not being completely honest about. And I think the 10 of Pentacles is the goal. I think that's what you really, really want. That's is what you've been working towards. But yeah, you're not being honest. And you need to be way more honest with yourself so that you can make the right decision. Being honest with yourself is going to cut that blindfold off your eyes so that you can see the big picture. Being honest. Oh, Leo, you're not being honest with yourself, honey. Stop being the devil. Stop lying to yourself. Your High Priestess and the Queen of Pentacles know what's going on. I practically feel like they're mocking you right now. They know it's not true, but you keep trying to tell them it's true. It's not. So, Leo, Page of Swords, be honest with yourself. Cut the blindfold off. Look at the big picture. You need to face your fears. You're avoiding something and it has to stop. The stalemate that you've got going on that you think you're in control of, you're not. It's going to come back to bite you. So let's be honest with ourselves. Let's make the decision, because being honest with ourselves is going to project you faster and farther than it did before. Moving on to possible outcome. 7 of Pentacles. This is a card telling me that you are working hard, right? You are making investments. Your hard work is finally paying off, or you're just on the cusp of finally realizing your hard work is paying off. So that leads us to the 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is an energy of feeling trapped. Now, the interesting thing about the Seven of Pentacles is not only does it tell me that you have been working hard and that hard work is finally paying off, it also could mean, though, you're working hard, but you're not seeing the fruits of that labor quick enough. So you're thinking about changing direction in life, right? I think it's the latter. I think you need to change direction, because if you keep going the way you're going, you're not going to be able to get around this Eight of Swords energy, this restricted, feeling trapped. You feel powerless. You're confused at times. We need to get ourselves out of this position, which means you're gonna have to take the Seven of Pentacles as a timeout. You're gonna have to take it as possibly changing directions, changing direction in the plan that you've been working on. Spirit guides, why do we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords here for Leo? The World. Because you're getting ready to start a new cycle. And I think Spirit wants you to wrap things up the best way you can. But when we wrap something up, something new has to begin. If we're switching directions to get away from feeling trapped, the World card is here to tell you it's just going to lead you to your next chapter. Okay? Changing direction may be what saves your mental health. If you feel like you're beating your head against the wall over here, changing the direction of your plans is going to open a new door for you. That World card, again, that World card is the end of a cycle. But when something ends, something new has to begin. So wrap up your cycle, get ready for the new change coming ahead. Because if you can change direction and get out of feeling stuck and restricted and powerless, man, that Sun card is going to mean 10 times more after the fact. So let's grab our soul truth. Let's figure out what's going on with this energy, because this is a tough reading. Spirit guides, what card is going to wrap all of this up for Leo this week? What can I do to make a difference? What keeps you up at night? What makes you cringe when you think about it? Such that every ounce of you screams, no more. Where can you create purpose out of your pain? So your soul action, your homework, make a difference in someone's life today, big or small, because all of it makes a difference. So there you have it, Leo. Make a difference today. This was a tough reading, but hopefully, I just hope and pray you can get out of your way with that devil energy. Because once you realize how powerful you are, happiness is right around the corner. And that's going to make you brave enough to change direction so that you get out of this stuck feeling. So if any of this resonated, Leo, I'd love a like, share, or follow. Sharing is caring in the world of YouTube. Apparently that is what gets the YouTube gods on your side. So if you could share, that'd be great. If not, please watch. I'll be back next week for your weekly readings, and make it a good one, Leo.